According to this movie, walking like an Egyptian is definitely not like this. Hi again, I'm Ryan, your host of The Toast, and we're going to be talking about The Mummy. Nope. No! Yeah, I'm using my London mug because a lot of this movie takes place in London. No, I love the Universal monsters, so much so that I could never pick a favorite. They are all equally beloved to me. So every time we get a new movie, reboot, or reimagining, I get overly excited and inevitably disappointed. Not that they're all bad, mind you. Any movie where Hugo Weaving throws a spear at a werewolf, it's a winner in my book. Pint of bitter, please. As far as The Mummy goes, admit it, the Brendan Fraser movies are fun. They had a great time period, a cohesive plot, and they didn't take themselves too seriously. It's a mummy movie. In this version of The Mummy, Princess Amenette, played by Sofia Boutella, makes a deal with Set, the god of some evil. I got a bone up on my Egyptian mythology. So she's found out, mummified and entombed by her own people for a long time, until Tom Cruise comes along and blows a hole in the ground. So now Princess Amenette is free to roam around, suck the souls of the living, and pick up where she left off. Yeah, right off the bat, this movie is not as fun as the 1999 version. Still, I was incredibly excited for it, especially with the whole start of the dark universe. But honestly, I was there for Sofia Boutella. She is my #1 Hollywood crush. I like a physically capable actress that can do the shit she does in the movie. And, well, just look at those eyes. Not those eyes. Those eyes. Although I could get along with those eyes. What? Is it so wrong to be in love with the ultimate evil? It's a shame we don't get to see too much of her compared to jerk of an asshole Tom Cruise. No, he actually does play a dick. He is incredibly flippant and gormless, and to Tom Cruise's credit, he does play it well. I also really did enjoy seeing him get the slap down over and over by both the Mummy and Russell Crowe. Yes, Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, who is also really fun to watch, even though his motivations are incredibly askew. Annabelle Wallis is also in this, although I don't know why, because she's mainly just an exposition train. Now, The Mummy is a movie built on cool ideas and big intentions, but has no connective tissue. Much like The Mummy herself. Thank you. Cool ideas like the Mercury tomb and the zero-G filming for the plane crash scene, which I gotta admit, was a pretty harrowing plane crash. Or should I say, farrowing. Another thing I like seeing is the magnitude of a situation dawning on a character. Like when they first enter Amenette's tomb, there's so many creepy details that just tell you how bad this chick was. And when characters react to that and can really convey that dread, it's really effective. Also, I like how this movie shows some hardships of fighting the undead. Just things I've never considered, like when you go to kick a dusty corpse and your leg gets stuck. Well, I like little details like that. Like later on when she calls a sandstorm, but there's no sand in London, so all the glass disintegrates into sand. That's a clever little idea. But despite all its little good ideas, unfortunately the movie falls into easy-to-see jump scares and completely loses sight of a mummy story in favor of a dark universe setup movie. It's just not a good start to a shared universe. I mean, they tried and failed. They tried and died. That was a Dune reference. I'm gonna have to say this movie is just a piece of plain toast. Yeah. I mean, it's trying to lay a groundwork, but it's forgetting the tasty story that goes along with it. Now, there is fun to be had here if you turn your brain off. I mean, I wasn't bored, but it's like watching a dog trying to get through a door with a big stick. It's entertaining to watch, but it's not going anywhere. And speaking of going anywhere, if you want to go to any of my other videos, you can click away, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers! I see they snuck in the Book of the Dead from the 1999 movie in here, and literally / figuratively slapped this reboot in the face with it. Nice.